During my almost 10 years on YouTube and 4 years my high school film class, only one video was ever presented with a specific award to its name. The video was called Penicillin, and the award was the Nice Try Award, an award that was made specifically for my humble little short film, for despite the huge amounts of effort and pain that was poured into it, the video ultimately turned out to be, well, frankly, a bloated, confusing mess that ultimately failed to follow through on its core concept. So, today I decided to take a look back and ask myself the question, what went wrong with Penicillin? To answer this, we have to go back to the beginning of 2014. I had recently met a new friend who shared a similar weird sense of humor to myself. Together, we wrote a video about how hobos were actually a secret society that were planning to overthrow the rest of the human race. It was a dumb, silly video, yes, but it fully committed to its idea, getting rapidly more and more absurd, with time travel, a hobo king, and the destruction of society as we know it. It was a video that embraced its madness, and on the whole, despite its rather poor camera work and lighting, it was well received by my teacher and my peers. So, eager to ride the success, my new friend and I set work on the next video. The video started with a rather charming idea from my new friend. A naive boy would contract a deadly disease that would make him involuntarily spout puns wherever possible and force him to go on a quest to find the only known cure, penicillin. I really liked the idea, but I told her I was never really good at coming up with puns. But she reassured me that puns was her thing. So, we decided that she would work more on the story, and I'd focus more on improving the camera work, lighting, and all-around general visual look. And before long, she came up with a rather fun and inventive first draft that had puns aplenty. Although, for the life of me, I can't remember what they were now. Despite my approval for the script though, I thought it was a bit too simple. I really wanted to test our filming ability and shoot in a variety of different locations. So together we wrote in a hospital, desert, beach, cave and mountaintop to make the quest seem more like this big epic adventure. However, these locations proved not to lend itself very well to punnage, and their inclusion had cut out most of the original draft's clever puns. I'm pretty sure we decided to make a third draft that borrowed more from the original, but around this time my friend had made a new friend of her own. She started spending more time with her, and became less willing to spend time with me developing the script. But worse than that, my friend's new friend seemed to inhabit a philosophy of fuck school, this shit ain't important anyway, which my friend started to adopt more and more. And, well, the deadline for the final draft came, and our script was a complete and total mess. But I reconciled it by telling myself that it wasn't that bad, and decided to focus once again on the production of the video itself. Due to the ambitious nature of the final script, we had a lot to film and not a lot of time to film it in, so I needed a reliable person to play the main character and commit to the project. And luckily, my good and oldest friend in America had my back. The wonderful and amazing Ian Callimore. Ian was fantastic, showing up every day we needed him in order to get this project done, and going through hell in doing so. The poor chap couldn't shave for almost a month, got pushed and shoved all over the place, showed the camera his underwear, and got a face full of sand. I mean, if that isn't the face of a true sport, I don't know what is. But as much stress as it was to film in all these locations, I'm still rather glad we did. I got a lot of good experience in the troubles and difficulties associated with filming in each place. Plus, I think the variety gave the film a more stimulating visual look than any of my previous work thus far. And I still had hope that the video story would somehow be saved in the edit. I think it's fair to say that the video was not saved in the edit. I was so busy jerking myself off to the nice shots I took, I wasn't even thinking about arguably the most important thing when it comes to editing. Pacing. This problem was only exacerbated by my current love at the time for comedically long, awkward moments, which simply didn't match the fast-paced comedic nature of puns, which was at the film's core premise. Together, these factors resulted in a scene where the main character walks through the desert for 3 fucking minutes and 10 seconds. Showing the length of time a long travel can take in long scenes can work if done the right way, but this video wasn't trying to be Meek's cutoff, it was trying to be a funny epic quest with puns! Now, from my tone, you might be thinking that I completely regret ever working on this disaster of a video in the first place. Well, I don't actually. This production taught me a lot of things. The need to fully develop the script before you go into production, the improvement in my cinematography and lighting abilities, and I learned how important the key concept of editing is. But most importantly, I felt what it's like to completely fail at something that you've put so much effort into, and just accept that. Life is filled with failed attempts, but you can't let them get you down. My teachers and peers were very nice about it at first, but before long, Penicillin became a running joke among the class, and I had to learn to admit that I failed and embrace the humor in it all. The video could have hung over me as a source of shame to torment me, but God knows I already have too many of those as it is. My new friend didn't seem to have the same outlook though. I think she blamed me for its poor reception, and after a while we lost contact, and she just kinda hung out with her own new friend. But I mean, you just gotta laugh at yourself sometimes, right? Like my film teacher would have never created that reward if he didn't think I could take the joke. But you know, I think the best reason why I don't regret making the film is because despite all the troubles and tribulations, I just had fun making the damn thing. And at the end of the day, what's better than making a dumb video with your mates?
Run, you lanky bastard! There isn't much time! I demand a stand. I've never worked without a stand.
It just turned into an act of love.
Also, I thought I'd just mention that in one of the versions of the scripts, there was like a southern gay dragon for some reason.
If you wanna get to them hills over there, you're gonna have to come through me first. And that's not the type of penetration I'm into, honey.
Don't open like that.
So just basically just go like, like that.
Never make that face.
So you could do that?
Ever make that face again.